What is up, folks? TCG here, back with Enigmatic Incarnation. This is a deck I've been meaning to play with for a while, but it did get an EU pickup. But it's actually pretty important to the deck from Explorer Anthology 2. And that card is Nylea's Presence. However, this is going to be quite an involved deck tech, I imagine. And then we'll hop into a rant game. So, the name card of the deck, Enigmatic Incarnation. Beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another enchantment. If you do, search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to 1 plus sacrificed enchantment to mana library and put it onto the battlefield. So, you go in enchantment, sacrifice it, get a creature. A bit like Pod, you know. But hey, you go enchant creatures, it stops there. You get another enchantment of a creature. So the new addition to the deck is Nylea's Presence. Simple. 1 and a green enchantment. Gives you domain. Draws you a card, but then you're going to sacrifice that later. But that helps power up things like Leyline Binding. It lets you cast your spells. You're playing technically 5 colors, but like there's only 1 black land, I think, in the deck. Single copy of Savai Triumph. So let's get into it. So first off, it's a Yorion deck. We've got 80 cards here. We have Yorion in the main and, sorry, the Yorion is the companion and also in the main deck. So, early interaction. 4 copies of Portable Hole. Hey. And obviously the upside is all the, well, this one's an artifact, but then all these enchantments here, like we get to play main deck Rest in Peace. You can sacrifice them, go get your creatures. So yeah. 4 Portable Hole for like super early interaction. 1 copy Rest in Peace in the main, 3 more in the board. It's kind of free. Which if you draw extra ones in post-board games, then hey, guess what? You get to go 2-up a creature. 4 copies of Bitter Union, a new edition from Brothers War, which lets you give your creatures haste. Obviously, it does cantrip early, and again, you sacrifice it. A single copy of Omen of the Forge. There's a couple of flex slots here. Obviously, the deck is slightly different in Pioneer still. Just a few different like tech choices. We've decided to go for Omen of the Forge here, just to have some extra early interaction. There are some flex slots. The 4 Nylea's Presences, and then 2 copies of Wolfwillow Haven, which ramps you a little bit. It's kind of nice. So then, in terms of creatures, there's a ton of kind of silver bullets. It's basically, yeah, we're basically playing Highlander creatures here. So let me get through the things that aren't first. 4 copies of Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, probably the best Magic card printed in a couple of years. Is that true? It's close enough that I'm not going to question it. 4 copies of Fire and Invention. Obviously, you want to start double spelling. 4 copies of Enigmatic Incarnation, the actual main card of the deck. And then we also have 4 copies of Leyline Bindings, providing you with removal. So then, your silver bullets. Arcana Myria. Each player can't cast more than spell a turn. This is really, really good versus some decks. Obviously, doesn't interact well with fires, because the whole point is that we're going to double spell. But the idea is that when you're suited for it, you're going to be able to kind of get more out of it than your opponent is. You're going to benefit from, well, this effect's going to hamper your opponent more than it's going to hamper you. Moonblast Carrick, which lets you tutor for an enchantment card. Put it on top of your library, whether that be Fires of Invention, Enigmatic Incarnation. But hey, once you have the Incarnation, you can then tutor for the fires, tutor for removal. It slices, it dices. A couple of different removal spell creatures: Skyclave Apparition, Deputy Detention. We've got Night of Autumn, kind of a catch-all. And then we've also got Glassful Mimic as a one of that can copy whichever creature we have in play. If you want to go set a second copy of one of these but silver bullets, you can go do that. Callous Blood Mage is a really, really nice one because it has this Exile the Graveyard ability. But hey, you can just kind of clog the board up if you want. You can draw you some cards versus like slower decks. Sure, sweet. Then at 4, a 1 copy of Omnath, Locus of Creation. You love it, you hate it. The card's great either way. A single Kenrith, a Cavalier of Dawn to deal with tricky permanents. A copy of Yorion, because hey, these are all enter the battlefield effects. That's the entire point of the deck. Let's get more of them, and let's have a second one. You know, when you can tutor it up, backing off spare copies of these. Then we have a Tollsmith, which gives you a bit of life gain, but also, hey, is removal and like builds a couple of blockers. Karuga to draw us part of the cards. And then at the 7, I'm not to play 3 7s here. So Agent of Treachery, Titan of Industry, and Coma, all powerhouses in their own right. Just really, really, really good. And the mana base is a little complex. Is it? Yeah, it is. So we have a part of the Triumphs, 3 Sparrow's Headquarters, 3 Jetman's Garden, then 1 of the Savai Triumph and Ralgrin Trio. Then we have some check lands, Hinterland Harbour, 1x, 4 copies of Sun Petal Grove. There'll be a deck list in the description for a Goldfish link if you want to just be able to copy and paste it out of there, or double check on there rather than note down what I'm saying. A couple of breeding pools, 4 Sacred Foundry, 4 Stomping Grounds, you need the green mana sources, 4 Steam Vents, 2 Hallowed Fountains, a single Glacial Fortress, and then a couple of utility lands in Ottawa and Basagi. 80 cards total. Look at the sideboard. Obviously, you have your Yorion, a couple of Spell Piercers, a Redain. Nimble Larcenist is actually a really, really sweet one to tutor up. This is like something control decks, or even essentially combo. Is super, super nice. Elder Gargras, like another thing. Pick up that's quite good versus aggro. So you get the life gain on attacking and blocking. Hornet Queen just shuts some decks out of the game. The 3 cost copies of Rest in Peace for Graveyard decks. Pretty much a free roll. It's pretty awesome that you get to do that. A couple of Mystical Speech going along with those Spell Pierces, and then some more sweepers, 2 copies of Deafening Clarion, and a single Supreme Verdict. There's a lot of flexibility. Obviously, the deck plays all the colors pretty much. It's like 4 colors with like you can cast black spells as mostly 2 up. You have a lot of flexibility in how you want to build your sideboard, but this is how we decided to go for it. So let's take it into a ranked game. Woohoo! Into the ranked grinder. This is the bit in the video where I say, hey, if you're just here for that tech, please do like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Tons of Explorer content coming your way with Explorer Anthology 2. Bunch of decks lined up. If you've got anything that's not on my list, or things you're like, hey, I'd like to see that sooner rather than later, let me know in the comments. But yeah, hey. In we go. Get to be on the play. Have some colours, all of them, with this Nylea's presence, and a Fable on turn 3, so this looks pretty strong. Let's see what our opponent's on. But hey, feeling good out of the gates. Let's get the green source in first. Yeah, tons of decks lined up on the way up to Christmas. I imagine I'll upload a little bit less on the way into the holiday season. I guess we're nearly there, actually. It's the 14th today. So, okay. Happy holidays. Yeah, I have a bunch of Explorer decks kind of lined up to play over the next week or so, and then I will see what happens over Christmas. I'm thinking about playing the Arena Open at the weekend, so I might do a video with that. It is Arena Cube Draft, which is pretty sweet. Okay, well they have a really good start with Kiora. I think I maybe just want to exile that instead of playing out the Fable here. Wait till next turn. I'm trying to think. Kiora gives them so much mana. They have 4 mana now. They have 5 mana up to 6 mana for Storm Festival. Yeah, it makes absolute sense to nuke Kiora off the table. We will do that and then look to fires next turn. Yeah, we'll Spectral Apparition the Kiora away. The green deck is so powerful with Nykthos now. And obviously, it got a bunch of Karn tools and there it is. Hey, just in time, huh? Just in time. Well. Ooh, interesting. Does this count as the things you cast green spells? Maybe this is. Oh no, it's mono green, but I've not seen mono green with Defiler. Alright. Fortunately, this doesn't hurt us. We're gonna go fires. Omnath. So this is still a pretty precarious position now. With this Defiler in play. We'll see. We need to get somewhere pretty quick. We're trying the Nykthosing for 4, which gives them access to 1, 2, 7 mana. That's without casting anything first. If they have like a troll here, because they already have Storm Festival mana. This might be a bad matchup for the deck, to be honest. The green deck can go over the top of you. It could a little bit before, but with Nykthos it goes way over the top of you. We'll see though. Yeah, 7 green mana. It's just so much stuff. There's a Karn. What are we getting conned with here? It's not necessarily the end of the world, but it certainly could be. So saving graces. Well, we have Omnath in play. Counts a little for something. Oh, that's really bad. I don't think we. I'm pretty sure we don't play any targets for that. Oh no, it's a card with a basic land type. Go get a blue one. The headquarters. I think so. I'm not worried about hard casting our only black spell. Okay, Omnath gains us some life. We take those. We're gonna exchange. The Defiler can attack. The other thing is that this counts on all your team. So it's actually a pretty neat tech. It's like make your overall game plan a little worse, but to give you this aggro angle which you don't normally have access to. And so oh, we can double Fable. The problem is this only gets worse. They have Fall in here. Huh. What's our get out of jail for that one? I don't think you take off that much mana. So, you can't cast the Yorion. I think we're like forced to try and bit a reunion into. I think we are forced to try and bit a reunion into something. This is rough. Just got the third copy of Fable. Oh, so these are cards that are good to bit a reunion into. But I don't think they do enough. So this takes one of the elves. This takes. We'll play the stats. The life's actually super important. I guess we get to decide what we want to do Leyland by now. I'm trying to work out if we want to do card or we need to do one of the creatures. Getting the Defiler might just be mana string, so they just kill us with it. Oh, except there is a situation here where we can. If we take the Cavalier, we get to attack. And it gives the most pips for the next boss, you know? Getting card off the board might be the play. Because we're going to lose all creatures anyway, may as well get something out of them now. Yeah. We should do that. Looks weird, but if they opt to not play the portal, and to be fair, we've taken them off of it, so I guess this looks better. We found a way. We found a way. Yeah, with the Cavalier gone, I mean, we're going to take damage here. Or maybe they've not drawn something. They've drawn like an uncastable card. What would they be sandbagging here? 4, 5. This is going not even on mana. Yeah, they only have 5 mana. You just need to find an answer to the Defiler. Oh, this doesn't answer the Defiler. We can Yorion, but we don't have a good. We're gonna play to Yorion. Maybe we want to play Glasspool Mimic as the land. I like Glasspool Mimic as a land into Fable add Yorion. So adding the Yorion, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yorion. What does the flicker actually get us next turn? We have to get the counter off the elf. The blink for the Fable. I think actually it's better. Yep, I'm convinced myself. Because now we've got a defense for our, like, if they somehow find a way to. I mean, not, but we can't really afford to keep attacking. Maybe I should get him with the Omnath, but then I don't know. The green spells start adding up to a lot of damage with the fighter in play. One log game. Yeah, the green deck can go over the top of you. We found a way to kind of shut down their mana, but this is pretty awkward. See, this is a problem. Can we afford to dump everything in front of the Defiler? I think we can afford to lose the Omnath to it. I not even afford to. I think we have to. Is there an instant they could have? I actually don't think there is. And I would rather not give them the 3/3. The treasure's not gonna. Yeah. Also, we can make copies of the Skyclave apparition. We lose the Omnath here, which is the source of life total, but getting the Defiler off the board is actually crucial. That's good. I guess we don't want to. Want to decline. The problem is though. And I have to actually. Otherwise, you don't get to do it in one turn. We're saying go. 1, 2, 7 mana. They have access to now. So now they have access to Storm the Festival. It's like using this Leyline Binding to potentially deal with a. Can we somehow. Sort of. This will give them the mana for next turn. It depends what this card is. This mystery card here. It might just be a forest. I don't think what else it would be. He didn't have Storm Mana. I think I'd bind the Kiori. Them having the mana is more dangerous necessarily than the portal. I think. There's a fun thing here. I don't necessarily want to blink these. I can do some stuff. Turn these into 1/1 elementals. Then put these to the battlefield. Yeah. I think I end up cycling this, right? I think there's no reason not to do it now. I'm gonna play land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Means I probably should have done it before, to be honest. Alright, we'll leave this as it is. These things disappear. They get a couple of 1/1s, but now they can't. They A, don't have mana for Nykthos, and B, do not tap for mana, which shuts them back down to 5. So, this is kind of a neat one. And we can keep doing this if they play things with CMC3 or less. They're going to concede. Alright, we get game 1, which is pretty crucial. It gets pretty rough here, I think. We want the Redan to stop the Planeswalkers early. The Haunted Queen's quite good. The Supreme Verdict is actually pretty awkward. And the way I'm actually seeing this, we maybe do want the Clarions. I didn't think so, but maybe we do. Now, the rest of the piece is kind of like you have some synergy here where like the rest in peace for the Garganon for the not the Garganon, the old growth troll, and then also a little bit on Cavalier is a actual factor here. There are some things which are just pretty bad. This major blood mage out of here. Tolsmir actually can't really fight anything. Let's see. It's either like, do I leave Rest in Peace in? Do I board them in? Seems a little wild. Hmm. I'm not experienced enough with the stacks to know. I think I lean towards cutting the Rest in Pieces, but like versus those cards in particular, versus the Troll in particular, it's so awkward. Like having Verdict against them is actually super awkward, and the Rest in Peace to kind of clear that stuff up is actually very very nice. Arcane of Emeria, I thought was a little awkward versus the deck, but actually I think maybe is quite good when they kind of, it slows them down when they're kind of popping off. With Nykthos, what do we actually want to cut here? Like the Omen of the Forge is a good answer to like Llanowar Elves. I think we keep that in. Um, I think there are enough things we want to hit with Night of Autumn. We're going Khan hunting. What am I not that fussed about? I want to find 2 more cards to cut. Omnath like pretty mid. If we're already tuned for career, I think we're just too far ahead. We have a couple more seconds. I do actually like Cavalier. Maybe we cut and drop. I think this is actually a matchup we don't want Coma. All right, we're gonna roll with this. That's some lists actually don't play Coma. They play it on the board. But it's a nice like has this if they find if there's like a way to give like unblockable or like something like you're afraid of brave elements, you can sacrifice this. It does give you a way to like out some of that possibility by tapping down the creatures in response. I think this looks reasonable. It has some stuff we want. I would like a red source, but hey, we have whole plus clarity to for like Nylea's presence. Maybe that might actually be the answer. We will. Bigger foundry in. We'll hold the Elvish Mystic. This is step 1 to winning the matchup. What on earth happened? They just keep a one-lander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They mulliganed, kept a one-lander. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Alright, well, if you'd like to know my opinion on the matchup overall, I think that it's a bad matchup for the Enigmatic Incarnation deck. You can do a few things to kind of shut the green deck down a little bit, but normally you can't close them out in enough time, and with Nykthos and Kiora, they can just put a bunch of stuff into play and go over the top of you eventually. And so, hey. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. If you got decks you want to see me play, let me know in the comments. If you saw me punt, let me know in the comments. And yeah, other than that, happy holidays. Well, come up to Christmas, I guess. Yeah. I've got a few more Explorer decks lined up to play. But if you have anything you want to see in particular, let me know in the comments. Peace soup. Have a great day. Have a great week. Peace soup.